Empty your cup. Jordan Peterson once said, "Humility is recognition of personal insufficiency and the willingness to learn." This idea echoes across time, cultures, and wisdom traditions, urging us to embrace our limitations, not as weaknesses, but as doorways to growth. A famous Zen parable illustrates this truth. A proud student sought enlightenment from a wise master. The master invited him for tea and began to pour. Even as the cup filled to the brim, the master continued pouring. Tea spilled over the table, dripping onto the floor. Alarmed, the student exclaimed, "Stop! The cup is overflowing. It can't take any more." The master calmly replied, "Exactly. You are like this cup, so full of your own opinions and assumptions that nothing new can enter. Empty your cup, and only then can you truly learn." The power of an empty cup. Humility is the act of emptying that cup. It's not self-deprecation, nor is it pretending you lack ability or intelligence. Rather, it is the radical acknowledgement that no matter how much you know, there is always more to learn. To recognize personal insufficiency isn't to see yourself as unworthy. It's to understand that human knowledge is by nature incomplete. When you accept this, you make space for new insights. The paradox is simple. The more we believe we know, the less we actually learn. But when we approach life as perpetual students, we grow endlessly, learning like a child. Think of how children learn. They ask boundless questions, unafraid of looking foolish. They absorb information with an open mind, their curiosity untouched by ego. This is why children master new languages, skills, and ideas at a staggering rate. Yet as we grow older, we begin to guard our pride. We want to appear competent, so we shy away from asking questions. We dismiss feedback that challenges our self-image. But that pride becomes a barrier, blocking the very growth we seek. True humility dismantles that barrier. It whispers, "I may know a lot, but I certainly don't know everything." It invites wisdom in. The humble hero's journey. In mythology and classic storytelling, heroes only gain true wisdom after first humbling themselves. King Arthur sought Merlin's counsel before he could rule wisely. Greek heroes consulted oracles and gods to navigate their fates. In Star Wars, Luke Skywalker had to surrender his arrogance and trust Yoda's training before he could wield the Force. Every apprentice bows before the master, not in submission but in reverence for what they have yet to learn. The act of bowing itself is symbolic. It clears space for wisdom to enter. Humility, the key to growth and resilience. Humility is also a safeguard against the blindness of arrogance. If a scientist believed they already had all the answers, they would never conduct another experiment. If a leader refused to admit gaps in their knowledge, their decisions would become brittle and prone to failure. A humble mind, by contrast, remains flexible, able to pivot, adapt, and evolve. Like a tree bending in a storm rather than snapping under pressure, humility allows us to learn from failure rather than be broken by it. Humility strengthens relationships. Beyond personal growth, humility fosters deeper connections with others. A humble person listens, genuinely listens, making others feel seen and valued. They can say, "I was wrong," or "You taught me something today," strengthening trust and respect. Think of the wisest mentors you admire. Chances are they don't act like they have all the answers. Instead, they remain open, curious, and eager to learn from everyone they meet. Their wisdom is not in knowing everything, but in embracing the truth that learning never ends. 3 simple phrases that keep your cup empty. Practicing humility can be as simple as incorporating 3 powerful phrases into your life. 1. "I don't know," a declaration of openness. 2. "I need help," an invitation for collaboration. 3. "You could be right," a willingness to reconsider. These small sentences hold immense power. They keep your cup from overflowing with ego, making space for insight, innovation, and transformation. Approach life as a student. In your career, your craft, your relationships, whatever you pursue, approach it with a learner's mindset. Be confident in what you do know, but never lose the hunger for what you have yet to learn. See every conversation as a potential lesson, every challenge as a new teacher. Empty your cup and let it be filled with wisdom. As Peterson reminds us, humility is recognition of personal insufficiency and the willingness to learn.